This is not how I imagined my first day.
Welcome to another Minecraft video in which we are going to be building a beautiful castle. I know you've been enjoying this video, guys, but Jeff? Really, Jeff? Really? Today we're going to be talking about the European Collector's Edition of Resident Evil 2's remake. Now, there are some assorted differences with the European Collector's Edition, but for the most part, it is very similar, and unfortunately, for everybody that was hoping there would be some kind of Claire statue included, there isn't. Sorry to disappoint you guys, and I'm sorry if you feel dismayed about that fact. Now let's get into the actual Collector's Edition anyway. Now you can currently find this on game.co.uk, so if you want to go and check that out, you can, but we'll look at the screenshot here and you can see the price of it. Now it is currently £229, which is quite a large amount above what the North American version is, but I do have another screenshot which does highlight there are a few extra things in this edition, such as the keys. However, is that really worth $100 almost more? I really much doubt it is, but that's up to you guys to obviously decide. And the European Collector's Edition is here and announced for anyone who was interested. Now, personally, I think it is a little bit on the higher end of the price, but for anyone who does have the cash to spend on this, I can see how this is a good little collector's edition to have, especially with the box that you get containing everything inside, and the Leon statue is always nice, of course. It's just £230 is a very large price for a collector's edition, especially for me, and well, I'm definitely not going to be able to purchase this, of course, because I don't have the cash to mark it out for this, but for anyone who does, I do really hope you do get the actual entertainment and the beauty of having the collectible in your heart, because that is one hefty price tag. Now, looking at the Resident Evil 7's Collector's Edition, I actually thought this was the best Collector's Edition out of any I've seen ever, not just in Resident Evil, but in any game. I mean, the actual Baker Mansion replica, and remember this was for the European release, so anybody who bought the North American version might be a bit confused here, but yeah, the Europeans got the Baker Mansion itself as a replica printed out, and this was actually cheaper than the Resident Evil 2 Remake Collector's Edition, which we can definitely say you get less in. And so the Resident Evil 7 you got more for less of a price, and there was a hell of a lot of good stuff in there. Now, I have this image up here that's a render of the actual Raccoon City Police Department, and I thought if they would have printed this out and had this as a collector's edition, this would have blown everyone's minds away, and never mind £230, I'm sure considering how large it is, you know, with the extra production costs for that, people wouldn't have mind shelling out even like $300, $350 for this, and that would have been absolutely fantastic. I really feel like Capcom missed an excellent opportunity out without actually marketing this, and even from what I've heard, the Japanese version is just going to have a variation of the NA and EU Collector's Edition, so I wouldn't really be assuming that this idea is going to come to fruition. But I mean, just look at that image right there. Imagine having that, a piece of Raccoon City as a collectible in your house, like an actual piece of Raccoon City. That would have been phenomenal, surreal, beautiful, and magnificent. I'm really surprised Capcom just went with a box and a Leon statue, and of course some extra goodies as well. Now, there are some differences between the NA and the EU version, which is why the price hike is higher. However, if you really think those small tiny little goodies like a key and some journal is really worth it, that's up to you, but I really don't. I really don't. And I think, like I said, comparing it to the Resident Evil 7 version and then showing you that render, there's much better ideas they could have rolled with this. Now, that's all I've really got to say on this topic, to be honest. I would definitely say the deluxe edition of Resident Evil 2 is the edition to grab, and if you can't grab that, don't worry if you do want the original soundtrack, as you will be able to buy it as separate DLC eventually, and that will just be 4 days after the release of the game. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, a share, or a subscribe, all of the above if you're feeling like you really dislike Jeff. I just hope you're having a beautiful day. As always, take it easy, and peace.